What is going on, everybody? I am glad that you guys are here on this wonderful Friday. You know, it is getting close to Mother's Day weekend, so hopefully y'all are planning a lot of stuff with y'all moms and everything, or and all that good stuff. So I'm very happy to be here because today is a very special day because it's been a good minute since we was able to do a good art meets life, and I'm happy to be here. So y'all know how this works. If you don't know who I am, my name is LJ Bowen, spoken word artist here out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. I live in Rayford, which is kind of like 10 minutes away from Fayetteville, but depending on which way you go. But that doesn't matter. Only thing you need to know is that I am the host of this wonderful event known as Art Meets Life. And we have been doing this for a good amount of time. I think almost 6 years, but we've been doing this virtually since the pandemic, and we're still going. But we will be getting ready to open up soon. I know a lot of people in Fayetteville, North Carolina have been wondering, when will we be able to bring you back live events like Art Meets Life? Very soon, guys. Very soon. I promise you. But very happy to be here. And, of course, all you out there in the social media world, I'm looking at y'all right now. Go ahead and share the link. Let everybody know where you at. If you're watching this right now, please comment. We take all the comments. We love to put your wonderful words up here on the screen. So that way, we can show love to the artists, and we can also, give you a shout out because we love y'all. We love all the support that y'all give us. So I'm very excited to be here because for me, it is very important that we do a lot of great things. What's going on, Aaron? I see you. I'm actually about to give you a shout out in a minute because I have to talk about the good thing that we're getting ready to do in June. So this time is going to take up giving shout outs and getting to why we're here. So one of the good things about this wonderful event is that we've been doing this, like I said, almost 6 years, and we've been providing a platform for a lot of spoken word artists, musicians, and a lot of artists just here in the area. Because as you know, with Art Meets Life, we love to do poetry, we love to do music, and we also love to interview all of our artists that come here on this wonderful show. Today is a special show because if you guys remember this, not this time, but in March of last year, before the pandemic hit and, kind of stopped everything, I was blessed to have one of my closest friends who I consider family. I also call her my twin, Ebony Payne, come up and feature at Art Meets Life. And during that time, I got inducted into the biggest poetry troupe in the world, known as Black on Black Rhyme. So normally when we say back talk, y'all say talk back. So that way, we know that y'all paid attention. So if you're looking at this right now and I say back talk, go ahead in the comment box and type talk back, because that makes me feel love. And everybody that's a Black on Black Rhyme member across the world will feel that same love too. So let's give it a try real quick. Back talk. Go ahead and get the type in and type talk back. Talk back. I want to see it so that way I can give you a shout out. Make it happen. Make it happen. But being a part of this group has been very very, very near and dear to me because I've known tons of members of the chapter across basically the world. And to be a part of Black on Black Rhyme, it means so much to me to be a part. There we go. That go one. Talk back. There we go. Thank you, Spirit Wolf. I appreciate you tremendously. So I wanted to let everybody know about tonight. So tonight is special because it's a special show where normally we have people sign up for the open mic, but this particular show I wanted to dedicate this show personally to the Flow Official chapter of Black on Black Rhyme. So Black on Black Rhyme Carolina, the Flow Official chapter makes up North and South Carolina. So to my recollection, we are possibly the biggest chapter of Black on Black Rhyme, and it's a lot of good people that spearhead the efforts of what goes on here, and I'm happy to be a part of that. And there's a lot of stuff that we have in the pipeline, a lot of stuff that has already been laid down as far as the foundation of what we do, and stuff that's getting ready to happen, especially here in the community, because at the end of the day, Black on Black Rhyme is more than just poetry. It's about what we do community. So I can tell you a lot about it, but at the end of the day, the person that will tell you more so about that is actually going to be the founder. So what we're going to do is we actually have the founder that's here tonight. And it's going to be special, and it's going to be poetically for me, it's going to be bittersweet because not only will he do a few poems, this will be his official last poetic performance feature that I know of. I don't know if it's going to be ever. I don't know if it's going to be for a few months and a side of biscuits. I don't know. But this brother is dear to me. I'm going to have a big introduction for him soon because he is going to do a few poems. But what I want to do is I'm going to share a poem, and then we're going to bring up the founder of Black on Black Rhyme Carolina, and then we're going to do what we normally do, our Q&A. We're going to get to know the artist. We're going to get to know the purpose behind Black on Black Rhyme. We're going to get to know what built up to Black on Black Rhyme Carolina, and then what's been done, and then what's going to happen for the future. So I'll start off with a poem just because I know y'all want to hear poems, and I'll give y'all a poem, and we'll go from there. So the poem that I'm going to give y'all is an old poem I wrote during the pandemic called Black December. I've done it once before. I don't know if I've done it on Art Meets Life, so it's not so much fresh ink as it is me blowing off the dust and doing it again. So dusty ink, that's what we're gonna call it. It's dusty ink. So the poem is known as Black December. There were at least 9 shark attacks on humans. Sorry about that. You know how your phone comes up and then a notification comes, so the notification messed me up. So we're going to bring that back, rewind, and do it all over again. Between December 18th, 1957 to April 5th, 1958, there were at least 9 shark attacks on humans causing 6 deaths, which occurred along the coast of South Africa. They called this moment Black December. Ironically, it's also said that the sharks may have attacked because their vision couldn't make out what was humane and what was the target. Figures. How we find ourselves swimming in a sea of blue thinking we're protected, just to find ourselves being circled by something ready to strike. And I can't blame the shark for its shortcomings. It's always been taught to be a predator, to devour what it believes to be weaker than him, so it begins to follow what it wants to kill, glances at the opportunity to turn a vibrant life into a pale carcass after the slaughter. Maybe the quarry seemed like it would be resistant, like it may run away, like it may put its hands up and give in, or maybe put up a fight. But we know they base their action. We know that the shark bakes its attacks on reactions, so they only know to kill first and ask questions later. It doesn't matter if the body was just walking home from the store, or if it was running away unarmed, or if the black body was just minding its own business. To the naked eye, the cop looks at its victims as the enemy. To have the body and its dignity stripped away, to be choked out so that it can no longer breathe. So as the cop bleeds the body dry and escapes back into the deep blue where the predator is safe, the body has become a martyr for the world to see lying here. So, between the years of 2012 and 2020, over 400 unarmed blacks have died by the hands of police officers, which occurred in the United States of America. This may not be called Black December, but I don't see anything keeping this from becoming a holiday to remember. Thank you. Woo! Poems. Thank you. So, for everybody that's tuning in, I hope y'all doing good. I see you, Unchained Melody. I hope you're doing good. And yes, Aaron, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love, Aaron. So, thank you. So, real quick, a few announcements before we get into our conversation with the one and only founder of this wonderful chapter. I want to let y'all know about a few things. So, here in Fayetteville, we have a few things that's getting ready to actually pop up. So, number one, let's start with Art to Heart. So Art to Heart, we normally do every second Saturday. So we're actually going to do Art to Heart on Monday. Actually, Monday coming up. The reason why is because, one, I'm not about to compete with Versus. Versus is basically SWV versus Escape, and I know everybody's going to be watching that. So I'm not going to compete with that show. And then it's Mother's Day weekend. So me and our feature, who actually everybody loves by the name of Samad Wilson, is a dope painter, illustrator, a whole bunch of other things, and a dope father, by the way. We decided that we're going to move the show to Monday, and the show will start at 7 o'clock on Monday. That way, it's not competing with what's going on Mother's Day. We don't want people to miss the show. We want people to enjoy their weekend. So, Art to Heart will be this Monday coming up at 7 p.m. So make sure you tune in. You do not want to miss that show. Also, if you're in the Fayetteville area, I will be helping out with an event known as the one and only Nerd Market. So Nerd Market here in Fayetteville, North Carolina is basically a farmer's market slash Comic-Con for nerds that myself and the Cool Springs Downtown District along with Fayetteville Comic-Con helped put together. So basically it's going to be a Comic-Con in downtown Fayetteville. It's a little small one, not a big one, but a little small one. So if you're in the Fayetteville area, please come downtown next Saturday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and come get your nerd on. We're going to have a cosplay contest. We're going to have people dressed up as knights doing a demonstration of how they will fight in medieval times. I'll be there myself selling having a couple of books and a couple of the limited edition Purpose or Popularity shirts y'all saw with the Black Panther, right? So we'll be having those shirts there. Also, if you would like to come down and volunteer for this event, definitely inbox me, get with me. We definitely would love to have volunteers for the event. I know a lot of dope artists going to be there. Fayetteville Comic Con is going to be there. The Main Branch Library is going to be there. Law Bullock's going to be there. Some dope vendors are going to be there, and it's going to be dope. And there's a couple of things in the works right now I can't tell you about. Something big is about to get ready to happen that I'm doing with Fayetteville Comic Con. I can't tell y'all yet, but just know that it's coming soon, and I will be putting that out there to y'all very, very soon. But I do want to give a shout out to somebody that's actually in the thing right now. Her name is Erin, and Erin is phenomenal. So I'm happy to say that with a lot of the work that I do as far as writing workshops and using them not only to help creatives create, but to also heal. Thanks to her, we've partnered up with the American, the APA. So the American Psychological Association. We're going to be doing some special workshops with them. So I'm actually so happy to do that. I see some people commenting about the nerd stuff, so definitely get more information. I'm pretty sure people will help you out with that and try to get there. But yeah, so that's one big thing. And thank you, Aaron, and everybody at the American Psychological Association. I'm looking forward to doing the work with you guys. And it's going to be dope, guys. It's going to be dope. So more announcements coming. I can't let y'all know what they all are yet to the ink dry, but just know that I'm going to be posting some stuff soon. So without further ado, we're going to bring in the guest of honor. So I could give y'all a long introduction, but I'm not going to give y'all a long introduction because we're going to talk to this man for a little bit. You can get to know a little bit about him. He's going to give y'all a couple of poems. And I need y'all to, why y'all are here, Society of Military. So when I got the email, real quick, I apologize. Society for Military Psychology. When I got the email, it said American Psychological Association. So thank you, Aaron, for clearing that up for me. I appreciate it. Charge the head, not the heart. I love you. I love you dearly. So, but I'm going to go ahead and bring up this wonderful person. And like I said, we're going to ask some questions to him. We're going to talk about black on black rhyme stuff. And once again, he is going to give y'all his final poetic set because he will not be doing poems after. Well, I ain't gonna say he ain't gonna be doing poems because the man got a dope book out. But he would definitely be doing a million things, and that's why I love him because the man is a jack of all trades. So without further ado, and everybody, while we're doing this interview, go ahead and share this link and share it with your friends and tell them they need to get on here because y'all don't want to miss this. Y'all be missing out on some good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, give it up for the one and only Third Rail.
Bag talk.
Talk back. What is up, brother? How you doing?
Oh man, I think a lot for life, bro. I'm good.
I love it. Real quick, guys. And when I say this wholeheartedly and sincerely, like it's always good to interview artists, and a lot of the stuff they do is definitely good when you do stuff with friends. And like I don't know how many times me and him done some stuff even during the pandemic. So it's always good to do this. But tonight is definitely to me, and I'm pretty sure for a lot of other people, and I know it's definitely for you because we was talking offline before we started this up. It's special to me because I know what this means and why it's special. And right. I think that a lot of people do hear about black on black rhyme, but either A, they don't know how big it is, and B, they they get that concept of black on black rhyme because you hear it's black on black rhyme, you hear it's a poetry troupe, they only think it's poetry. But we're gonna get into that, and I know we're gonna definitely explain it. But other than that, you've done this show live when we was doing it here in Fayetteville. But
Right.
just like last time, we gotta do a couple of icebreaker questions to get you warmed up, and then we're gonna start getting into
Let's
what we do. So
let's rock out, bro. Let's rock out.
always, brother, always. So first things first. Uh, if you had to put together an album, and this is actually would be right up your alley because of the stuff you've done before. Would you or would you not have guest features? And if you decide that you do want to have guest features, and this could be anybody that's alive or anybody that's passed on, who would you want those guest features to be?
You mean as far as poetry or hip hop?
Oh, whatever album you want to make. It could be a blend. I mean, I've heard one album. The album was dope. So I mean, I'm just saying. I know what you can create.
Let me see. As far as even when it comes down to poetry, man, I think as far as lyricism go, I would love to have Black Thought. So you give me Black Thought, give me Talam Acey, give me Sonny Patterson,
Oh yeah, definitely Sunny.
give me Jay Z. I need Anthony Hamilton on some hooks.
Oh yes.
Um, and Scarface.
You know what? I honestly feel like, and this is going off a tangent. I honestly feel like Scarface is one. Scarface gets the props, but I honestly feel like he's one of the most underrated one of the most underrated
Mhm.
rappers because Scarface be dropping some jewels and people don't be paying
Well,
attention to me.
it ain't
That's
it
my
ain't
opinion.
a it ain't a feeling though, bro. It's a reality. You know, he is probably one of the most underrated lyricists out of the South, and he doesn't get credit for being a lyricist,
I agree.
and
I definitely
he is
agree.
that.
Yeah, like even going back to some of the albums. But yeah, that's a whole other talk. We'll talk about that later. I was about to say I'll go on a whole tangent.
Deserve.
Yeah. So I always ask this question. Always ask these two questions in concession, one after another. So, what's your favorite word and your least favorite word, and why those words particularly in those categories?
Uh, I say indeed a lot.
You do.
You know, yes, indeed, bruh. um, I think probably my, you know what I hate to hear, and people, I say this a lot, right? And he's like, well, why you don't want to hear this positive? Because it's better than, what's up, my nigga, what's up? But I hate grand rising.
Mm.
I mean, like, in this day and age, right?
Mhm.
It's hard to know who's sincere and who's authentic.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because you got men out there that will, um, I can use profanity, right?
Oh yeah, by all means, go for it.
Okay. So you got men out there that will greet a woman in the street, right? And then he'll greet her with peace, queen. But once you get to know him behind closed doors or when he with his partners or whatever, man, that bitch this, that bitch that. And it's the same with dudes, you dig? So it's like the dudes are, oh, peace, king. How you, king? Oh, you know, how you, king? And then 10 minutes later, oh, man, that's my motherfucking nigga, man. That's, it's like king and queens are just niggerish words of slang today. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's just niggerish words of slang. People found a new way to be cool and being so-called woke. That's the new cool.
You know what? I've never heard that perspective. I agree with you on the things becoming a new cool, but I've never heard it from that perspective of like how you say it, like the kings and queens is basically like the new way of saying what's up. My yeah,
Yeah, it's just
I never looked at it from that perspective. Like
yeah.
that's interesting.
King,
So
you know, is the new nigga. Queen is the new bitch. So
Yeah,
Hey,
it's the but it's like it's a side of the time. It's kind of like So it's crazy, and I'm gonna bring this up real quick, and we can talk about this, and then we'll go with a couple more icebreaker questions, then we'll get into the talk. It's funny because
hmm
my brother, my brother, one of your friends just passed, Cartier Jesus, God rest his soul.
yes, man. May Allah be pleased.
Yeah, I remember we used to have a talk about the state of hip hop, and the crazy
Hmm.
thing is, I remember when he was like, he's always gonna be appreciative for, of course, old school boom bap because how he produces
hmm
music and then the lyricism back then. But then he also said, I can't get mad at it because hip hop is another way of saying like in the know. So he's like, even though the old heads don't appreciate the new hip hop, like he said, you have to expect that because it's part of the change. And it is like it was set to be that way in a sense
That's
from
true.
from his understanding. And then like thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I was like, I still like, even though I still don't like some of the stuff they're doing, because like even the whole singing rapping, I still have my limits on it. But I understand for this generation, that's how they look at it, and that's what they consider as of what we consider it. Because like even at a certain point, um, when like NWA and everybody was coming out, everybody listened to like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five was probably
hmm
having a way how they dealt with that. So it's just weird seeing the transitions, but then understanding the whole process in a sense, in a way.
That
So
that's you know what? That's because we've become we become our parents. See what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Because our parents looked at hip hop as what is this gutter trash you're listening to? What you bringing up in my house? You know, all of that. But to go forward, right? When you're dealing with the new generation of rappers, lyricists, artists, they shall not and cannot be disrespected because they're actually keeping this thing moving forward. See, when we came into the game, and I started out in a hip hop group and then went into the industry as a songwriter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But during my time, we had a particular type of, you know what I'm saying, hip hop, particular type of music. And, but that changed from the time when my pops, you know what I'm saying, my old dad used to listen to hip hop, which was your Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and, you know, Sugar Hill and stuff like that, right? So if you take that type hip hop, right, and then go into the 80s, from the 80s to the 90s, from the early 2000s into now, right? It's constantly changing and evolving. And just because the youth not doing hip hop the way we did hip hop, and I still perform hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
you know, doesn't mean that they doing something wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
They are the flowers that bloom from the seeds that we planted. We made these babies. We gave them everything they spit. We're responsible for everything they do. So they bloom and they sprouted from the seeds that we planted. So we just have to applaud them and commend them. There's a lot of them. I mean, I could say I don't care to listen to or whatever, whatever, but I'm gonna give them that respect for continuing to keep the movement going.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely.
Yeah. So
So two more icebreaker questions. Then I'm gonna start asking some real. Not saying that wasn't no real questions, but
now you
some two
good.
more icebreaker questions. So you do a lot of professions, but out of all those professions that you do, what profession would you have liked to have done that is not one you've done already?
Mm. Astronaut. I'm fascinated, man, with with stars in the sky and stuff like that. You know, I can sit outside in the dark, man, just looking up, and I'm at peace. It's like wanting to see like what's beyond, this realm of our reality. Yeah, that would be it.
Nice, nice. You know what? I was going to ask one more icebreaker question, but you know what? I'm just about to go ahead and get to this talk because I see how we're about to be already. So,
Yeah, yeah.
third rail. As always. Well, You're in Columbia, South Carolina now. Where do you originate from?
I was born in South Carolina and raised in Georgia. So, I'm a down south Georgia boy, Carolina baby.
Cool. I'm gonna jump
That's
around on some
me.
of these questions because some of these questions is
Mhm.
gonna be basically be the build up to what we're about to get ready to get into as far as this show. Um, you said like so you already said you started off like doing hip hop. You started off as a songwriter. What was
Mhm.
I guess what was the thing that got you involved in writing to begin with? For most people, is it was just a feeling they started. Some folks it was probably like a class project. But for Third Rail, what was it that got him started with writing?
I'm gonna have to take my phone with me. I'm trying to sit outside, right? But it's cold out here. I'm gonna make my way to my office right quick.
Oh, go for it, man.
Yeah, I ain't. Um, what started me off? Well, writing poetry. In the fourth grade, that was my start. My first poem was about the color red. And when I think about it today, red is actually my favorite color. But
That's what I was about to say.
uh, so all right, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, you good. You good.
But yeah, that started me off, man. And then from that point, um, it just spiraled into something else, man. I went from poetry to writing, hip hop, rap. I went from that to writing R&B. I went from writing regular R&B to writing alternative music. So do a lot.
So it's funny that you mentioned that the whole from writing poetry to write raps and then write R&B, alternative music and do it a lot. I noticed that when you went in your office and you were talking about this, I'm seeing some stuff on the wall back there.
Oh
look
man,
like
that ain't
some.
nothing.
So seems like so it seems like the writing has been successful. That's what we're gonna go with right there. So
Yeah, it's been successful.
that's dope. Um, so the crazy part of this is with all the success that you got, and still coming by all means. A lot of people don't know about the catering that you do as well, which is phenomenal because you just did something with Diddy, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Down in Columbus, we did Mama Star, which is Kim Porter's grandmother. That's the mother of Puffy's his twins
Mm-hmm.
and his son. Um, we did that down a couple weeks ago. I actually that was a invite to be a part of with my brother Chef Michael. He's down in Columbus, so we did that. It was a beautiful event, man. I actually got a chance to reconnect with Dallas Austin at that event, which is
Nice.
Dallas is the founder of Rowdy Records, and he's responsible for introducing Monica to the world.
Nice.
So we
And
hadn't spoken in 20 years.
mm,
So
so
we
that's
spoke for
good.
the first time the other day in 20 years.
That's dope.
So
Like
yeah,
it's dope. It's dope having something like that happen, and then, like you said, reconnecting with somebody that you ain't talked to in 20 years. And
yeah.
I'm pretty sure like not to go into the story too much because like if anybody knows Third Rail, then they would know the story. If they don't know the story, then by all means follow him and maybe he'll give you insight to it. But because I want to talk about it because we talk about it all the time. But I think with what happened for that particular thing and y'all get back together, I think that just full circle everything seems like it kind of got put back in place in a good way. It would seem.
It's growth and maturity, man. Um, Most definitely growth and maturity. Because there was a time when I didn't want to speak with anybody in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm good now.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So, with the beautiful writing and everything that you do, it leads to this question: how did a brother by the name of Third Rail stumble across a poetry troupe by the name of Black on Black Rhyme, and how did he? In what year did he end up becoming a member of that wonderful troupe?
Oh man, let me see. My first introduction to Black on Black Rhyme was uh, 99 to, yeah, 1999.
Mm.
Um, I met Life. Life was the first member of Black on Black Rhyme that I personally met. And at that time, I was living in Harker Heights, Texas, but I was stationed at Fort Hood, which is it's pretty much the same. Um, so yeah, I was out there, and I saw a flyer for I want to say Black on Black Rhyme Week,
Mm.
and I hit Life up, and shit, me and Life been tight ever since. So Life gave me my very first Black on Black Rhyme feature. At that feature, I met uh, Keyboy, Wally, and my brother, my number one, Salam. You know, that's my
You know,
twin.
Salam.
Yeah, man. Me and Salam that night when I performed, um, Salam came up, he greeted me, and we both came up in the Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? So he greeted me with the hug and the handshake and everything, and Keyboard and them labeled me and Salam one in the same, two in the same since then. You know, because our poetry, everything is similar. Our mannerisms are similar.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would. I can. I'm a witness to this.
yeah, man, that's my brother, man. The God is, you know, he stays sharp. He, you know, I keep him sharp. He keep me sharp. You know. So as far as, ooh, I want to say, I can't even remember the year, man. Just know it's been a long damn time
I
that I've
know.
been.
That's why I brought that up.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it's a long time. I was actually changed by Keyboy.
nice. For people that for people that don't know who Keyboy is, can you explain who Keyboy is as far as when it comes to
Oh
Black on Black
man,
Rock?
Keith is the founder, the mastermind behind Black on Black Rhyme in its totality. Um, Black on Black Rhyme was birthed in his living room. You know, he did a spin on black crime. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got to combat all this stuff and bring something positive to the community. And you know, he came up with Black on Black Rhyme, but it wasn't him alone. He had Life, he had Salam, he had Wally B. Um, I think he had Bobby. He had a lot of people there at that time. You know what I'm saying? So during the original conception, I wasn't there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but these are the men that were. Oh, Will the real one, Bell.
Mm. God rest his
All of
soul.
these, yeah, man. They made the Most High be pleased. Um, they were there. You know what I'm saying? And they helped. They put something together. But I can honestly say I don't think that neither one of those guys thought that 20 some odd years later it will continue to be growing, and you know we'll still be rocking out with it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the longest lasting, um, the largest and longest lasting poetry troupe. You know what I'm saying? In the world, there's none bigger. You know what I'm saying? So for it to stay consistent and to stay relevant and continue to crank out poets and not only poets but singers and musicians and dancers and comedians. Um, oh man, it's a beautiful thing, God.
Yeah, It is. I'm always been in awe. It is funny because I always bring up the stories of knowing y'all for so long, and because one would thought, and that was funny because Dennis Amadeus, who was a member of Black on Black Rob in Tampa, we was having a conversation one year, and it was just I think it was Southern Fried, but it was like me and some other members of Black on Black Rob. I think it was Wally B, I think Shadow, him, and some other people, and then they literally asked him. Then like we was in the middle of the conversation. Then it was like, so yeah, LJ, so when did you become a member? They was like, he's not a member yet. He was like, oh, well, I thought he was a member all these years he's been around this. So it's like, because it's always been funny that I've been around y'all, but I never was a member. So
You
it's
just
just
didn't realize you was a member.
I didn't know, like the higher power works in mysterious ways. So
Hey, so I hit Ebony up, and Ebony, listen, we got to make it known, So I couldn't get down there to you. So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you how this went as far as your chaining is concerned, right? So like Ebony and Mo were already en route to you.
mm-hmm.
Um, so I was like, listen, I can't get down there to do what I need to do for LJ. So this is what I need you to do for me. So her and Moses West, they chained you that night. Ebony gave you her chain off her neck.
What's so funny? So I think it was with Keith, which is actually Keith Key Boy. I did one of his Black on Black Ride virtual events, and
Mm.
I didn't have a chain on that night, but it was in the room and I went to grab it. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell Ebony about the chain, but I thought he was referring just to her, just because she chained me. I didn't even know this was her chain until now that she gave
Yeah,
me, which that's like
yeah.
that's my twin, and that's my birthday twin, so like that
And
makes it
that's
even
the
more.
love she got for you, though. You
I
know.
love Ebony. Ebony's dope.
Let
I
me
gotta
show
hit
you
her
my
up.
new. Wait a minute before we go further. I got my new chain. Can you see the new chain?
I see the new chain. You always making new chains and putting up pictures of new
See the
chains.
new chain. Dope, huh?
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's like I look at it and I'm like, but this one just feels right on me. This one, just like I just love it. Like which brings up this question. So with Black on Black Rhyme, and when for everybody that's listening, when he says Black on Black Rhyme is the biggest troupe, like there's no other, like it's not saying that it's Black on Black Rhyme and they're all like central in one area. The area where it started, that's like the main hub, but they've been spread out throughout the world, and everybody has chapters in certain parts. Like there's even Abu Dhabi, Paul D. So what was it that made Third Rail take it upon himself to say, you know what, I want to establish another chapter, but instead of it being in one area, because and this is full transparency. I know originally when the chapter started, it was I believe South Carolina, but then you decided to say, you know what, let's just go ahead and expand the blueprint and just make it the Carolinas as a whole. So first, let's start with the first question. Like, what made you want to bring a chapter to the Carolinas, and then what made you want to expand that chapter between two states?
At first I'm gonna say this. Y'all blame Wally B. Y'all blame Wally. I'm gonna blame Wally for everything. It took 5 years, man, for me to start this chapter. But I didn't start this chapter by myself. It was me and Wendy. She's my co-founder. And Wendy, a whole lot of headaches starting this chapter. Hold on.
Oh, go ahead. You fine.
Yeah.
And
Can you see?
shout out to Wendy Jones too. I wanted to get her on here, but I know she wasn't gonna show her face. So
Yeah, she ain't gonna show her face. But yeah, it took 5 years, man, of people talking to me and trying to convince me. And every time somebody came to me, I'm like, man, listen, no, bro. you know. But at the time, I was also unsure whether I wanted to stay in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, we got it done. Um, Me and Wendy, we put our heads together. We started choosing members, which we did it in a way that um, Keith would not have done it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I chain people out the gate. With Keith, you're not gonna get a chain out the gate. Will I chain anybody out the gate again? No, no. Because the thing is, I feel like when I did that, some of those black on black rhyme values and lessons were not taught or put in place. You see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? To where Keith would Keith, you show up for shows. Like people would say, how do I get into black on black rhyme? His response is that you don't get into black on black rhyme. Black on black rhyme get into you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So you showing up for shows and you being a part of the community and everything that black on black rhyme got going on in the community, people showing up, you know what I'm saying? And one day they pop at the show and it's like he's like, hey you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, your time. Here's your chain. You know, so he did things that way. Um, so that's pretty much how we did this shoot. Wendy was against it. I got to give her that. She was against it, but me, I wanted to let the members know that shit. I'm rocking with you. We happy to have you. This is your thing. Um, let's get it popping. And shouts out to TL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because out of all of the members, TL came to me and said, I don't want you to give me my chain. I want to earn my chain. And I thought that was very, what I'm saying, honorable. And that's why I was
Yeah.
like, I got the highest and the utmost respect for TL. Not saying I don't have it for the other members. I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
as far as that stance and that position that TL took, I thought it was dope. You know what I'm saying? She still got a chain, but you know, her thing was, I just don't want you to give me anything. I want to earn everything that I
Earn it.
get.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I said, I appreciate TL for that. Love of the life for it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so from that point, what made you expand the footprint? Because like I said, when we first started, it was all South Carolina. It was like mostly almost South Carolina based, but then it became both of Carolina. So what made you and Wendy decide that y'all wanted to expand it?
It wasn't me and Wendy, it was me and Keith. Me and Keyboy
Okay.
had a conversation, and then after that, I took that conversation to Wendy. But me and Keith was talking about, the whole South Carolina, North Carolina, um, that whole little thing, like just merging both and putting it under one umbrella because it made sense, you know, um, to be able to cover both states. And by doing that, um, we're set to, it's at a strength in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So we're set to have one of the largest chapters. That's the goal. Not saying that we just go out and chain anybody just to grow the troop. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
no,
Everybody
no.
have to, prove your work and things of that nature. But I think that um, we continue on the path of doing the things the right way, which is where you come in at. We can grow, and we can make this thing and let the world know exactly what black on black rhyme is and what it stands for, what it means, and um, black on black rhyme has a soul. It's a living thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
yeah,
So I got a few more questions, and then I'm gonna try to
is
open
it?
up to the audience, and then after that, I'm gonna let you do this bittersweet thing of entertaining us with your last poems. So, Um, for you, when it comes to black on black rhyme, and this is um it's not so much the future question yet, about what you see the future being for black on black rhyme Carolina, but I do
Okay.
want to bring this question up as the length of time you've been in, and I want people to understand what black on black rhyme means for a community. Can you think of some of the things you've done since you've been on black rhyme for? It sounded like you said around '99, so it's almost sound like it's been about almost roughly two decades you've been a member or close to it.
I'm gonna say
But
no. I've been around
oh, you've
that
been
long,
around them.
but
Okay, got you.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So, can you name some notable community things that Black on Black Rhyme has done since you like with you being a member, or just what you've seen them do as far as community? Because I know of a few
Uh,
that Keith does in like Tallahassee. Like I know with Keith, he helped. He's helping people like get into like politics and helping them run for their positions, and like helping the street team. I know people don't know the term street team no more. You know, because
yeah.
it's a new generation. But what's some things either you've been a part of or just seeing Black on Black Rhyme do community? Poetry is
Uh,
always community in a sense, but just actually out there doing the work for community, because it means much more to put
man.
the action behind the words.
From clothes drives to food drives to feeding homeless people, um, just raising revenue for different what I'm saying, community events, and showing up, offering their talent, just to help someone else's event, be successful, things of that nature. So when you look at Black on Black Rhyme through and through, behind those words is community. See what I'm saying? So it's community building. It's love for the people. Um, it's us trying to erase stigmatisms and all types of cliche things when it comes to us as a people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And as artists and just individuals, man, on this planet. So the spirit of Black on Black Rhyme is to give back and always be a part uh, of the community. But you know what I'm saying? Always
Yeah.
aiming to make the community better. So it's been a lot, bro, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like just hearing more of this more and more and being a member of it. Like it just keeps inspiring me, and it makes me genuinely happy to be a part of something that's that's about what it says it is. So I was like just always hearing it coming from the people I respect, and then people that's been in this particular group more than anything. It's just always awesome to me hearing it. We got like it's like I know it, but hearing about it makes me a fan again. Like when I first heard about Black on Black Ron. So,
yeah,
last question for me. Um, as a founder of Black on Black Rhyme Carolina, um, where where are you seeing the future of what are you hoping to see for the future of Black on Black Rhyme Carolina? Like, what would you like to see if we were to put a timeline on? Let's say 5 years from now, what would you like to see us as far as Black on Black Rhyme Carolina accomplish within the 5 years?
well, with Key, um, we already got Black on Black Rhyme Week, right? Which happens in September every year. With this particular chapter and ushering in new energy and thoughts and ideas. I spoke with Wendy earlier today and said, Black on Black Rhyme Carolina will be responsible for the first Black on Black Rhyme Poetry Festival. Um, that may take a year or two, to put it together, because not just throwing it out there and saying, hey, well, we did this and we the first to do it and we made this happen, but uh, crossing T's and dotting I's and putting everything in place. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, trust me, I've
Um,
run a festival, so I know. I know.
yeah, man. So before COVID happened, I was looking to do the Black on Black Round Community House,
Mm.
which would be a house, um, bedrooms, performance areas, poets traveling through doing features are able to stay there, you know what I'm saying, overnight or the time during their features, man, for little or nothing, or maybe nothing at all. We'll see when we get there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But those are two of the biggest things um, for me. Again, uh, where you come in at. uh, so that festival in the Black on Black Rhyme Community House. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna call it a center. It's a house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, those are two of the biggest things for me. And I guess in addition to that, just to start up, um, community service and um, just feeding the homeless, clothes drive, food, everything. Just getting this chapter, no matter whether you're in whatever city you're in North Carolina or South Carolina, but getting together and getting out in the community and like really legit being a part of,
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely. Um,
yes, sir.
so um, people ain't gonna know what I'm talking about, but me and you gonna have a talk after this event because I have some stuff that's gonna put a smile on your face when we talk later after this. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, can't let the people know the secrets. So
Nah,
we do have one question from one of our audience members, my brother Spirit Wolf, who says, "How do you hope that your poetry and I'm gonna try to pronounce or try to get this together as far as what he's saying. How do you hope that your poetry and ventures? I guess you want to know about the poetry. What are the results that you hope to have with your poetry, your ventures? I guess throughout your journey, like what results would you like to see with your poetry and ventures?
my poetry or the truth.
That's a good question. Spirit Wolf, if you can clarify, are you referring to Third Rail as far as his own individual poetry and ventures, or the troupe as far as Black on Black Round Carolina? If you can type that in the chat box, we'll definitely get to it.
But I will speak on me right quick.
Oh, by all means, I want you to speak on you.
As far as me being a
Oh,
spoken word
he said
artist,
yours. He said yours.
yeah, as far as me being a spoken word artist, I hope that, I'm saying, I've been able to um, inspire and uplift people, I'm saying, with my brand, my style of poetry. You know, all of us are different. I don't think, two of us are the same.
Mm.
I mean, me and Salam, we got similarities. Yeah. But I would hope that just I inspire, what I'm saying, like young poets to not be afraid to be themselves, be authentic and be original. I didn't change my poetry to fit somebody else's style of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wrote from a different perspective. I wrote to um, rhythms, what I'm saying, that floats around in my head. Whether my poem have a bop to it or whether it have a little sing-songy type vibe or whatever to it. I just hope that everybody were able to pick something from me that influenced them. They learned from it. They embraced it and it helped them grow.
Good
So
question, Spirit Wolf. Definitely great answer and great question, Spirit Wolf. And thank you for the clarity of the question. Um, Without further ado, guys, your feature for tonight. Um, as it goes without saying, just by the conversation, y'all know y'all can tell I've known this man for a long time. Um, to be honored to work alongside him, not only in either having him come down here to do Vincent Fayville, but to do great things with him. And I have to put this out there, and this is full transparency. I'm always thankful for a lot of people that believe in the value of artists, and definitely let them know that they believe in them. I know with Third Rail, one of the greatest things he's done for me, aside from being a friend, along with later making me a member of Black on Black Round Carolina, I think one of the greatest momentous occasions in my career that I can honestly say I have. He gave me the opportunity to perform at one of the events he was doing for his spoken word gala weekend, and I had the chance to perform alongside the one and only Sonny Patterson. Got a chance to meet her, talk to her, and then I got a chance to see a lot of friends and fam that I haven't seen in a minute, especially Salam. Because I ain't seen Salam in a few
Yeah,
years until that
Salah.
event. So it's always been an honor. It's always been a blessing to know this brother. He does so much. He does so much for the community. And when I mean community, we could talk community abroad. We can say poetry community. We can say the food community because he's a chef. He does a lot, and I can go on the record and say he don't half ass nothing. This man, when he believes in you, he will tell you. He will also call you out on your BS, but that's the type of people you need that will call you out on your BS so you can correct it and it will make you a better person. And that's why I appreciate people like him.
I
Um,
appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you as well. We gonna have some stuff. We gonna have some stuff we're gonna announce later as far as Black on Black Rhyme is concerned, and we'll definitely let you the people know about that because at the end of the day, too, Black on Black Rhyme Carolina also resides in Fayetteville. If y'all did not know, so without further ado, your feature for tonight. He is the founder of Black on Black Rhyme Carolina. He is a member of Black on Black Rhyme. I love this brother. He does so much for the community, and like I said, I wish I and like even what I'm saying is still not enough words to give him. I feel the introduction that he always should get. But ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together in the comments for Third Rail.
Oh man, so, bro, you constantly giving me flowers, bro. I appreciate you. Before I start, Will, so you mentioned the spoken word gala. Spoken word gala is still a thing. Due to COVID, though, we haven't had it. This past year we haven't had it, but it's coming back. But the spoken word gala will be a black on black rhyme thing moving forward. Not a just us poets, which is another little thing that I started a while ago. So it's still gonna be going. I just want to be able to crown your shoulder and you not judge me. Brush my head and say, baby, you a black man, and I understand that this world can get ugly, but you stand your ground. And when you're feeling tired and tried, you come home and lay your burdens down, baby. I will comfort you. Bust slugs like an old school thug when they come for you. I'm talking guns for you. I just need you to be my soldier. My SOULJAH, I'm talking till it's over. Burn this shit till it flames, then smolders. Be my rock and my pillow at the same damn time. And when drama finds us home, we bust the same damn nine, baby. I ride for you. I mean, I'm on side of you. Black man, I'm proud of you. I just need to hear those words from you. And this love and army I proudly serve for you. I'm your general. I'll call cadence to the beat of your heart. But I just need you to do one thing, stay in sync to the beat of my heart, because we are one. And I stand firm on these grounds. You stand firm on these grounds. I raise you up, just hold me down. I'm not a quitter. It's just sometimes I need to rest my head from your shoulder to your legs, baby. I just need to rest my head. This world gets heavy. My every thought is to make it home to you. I'm guilty of driving while black. They said that's wrong to do. They're killing us off during traffic stops. And to be honest, I fear for my life. There's an all-out war on the black man in America, and these devils don't read you no right. They just shoot. Take your life in front of your seeds. Lay your body on the ground and watch you bleed. Separate your body from your soul and do the same to your brothers. Black lives do not matter to these devilish motherfuckers. They kill us for sport, shooting us down like wild game. Do our sons and nephews the same? You can't fathom Satan, he's insane. So just let me hold you for a little while longer. But I might not make it home moment. But know your man will go down fighting. There's no punk in this component, part of my passion. But more than likely they coming to get me. But I promise you I'm taking a few of them devilish bastards with me. So for now, let's just take this time to embrace our love, stand face to face with our love. There's no replacing our love. I'll stand for you, you stand for me. There's no shaking in our fold. I'll be resurrected through my seeds, 10 times to God, 10 times bold. Peace to the gods. So, mm, mhm. Man, that piece right there represents so much. Um, as black men in America, we are in some very troubling times. Um, I'm not going to talk more than I do poetry, I promise you, but I had this conversation the other day, and one of the things that actually sparked that poem um, a year ago, you know what I'm saying, those things are still happening now. Um, I don't know a black man in America that don't have some form of PTSD. You know what I'm saying? I spoke the other day about how my senses are heightened. I see the police and I'm automatically starting to wonder, you know what I'm saying, is he gonna pull me over? Will I make it home to my family? Or when I walk out my doors in the morning, am I gonna make it back home to my family? Or will I be murdered or shot down in the street by some overzealous racist cop or some um over uh I don't know, this some neighborhood watch cat, pun intended, some foolish, neighborhood watch cat that think that he is the police and he has the right to do so. That poem, man, extends from a whole lot of pain, a whole lot of discomfort, a whole lot of just everything, murder, death, tears, everything. And um sometimes I perform that piece, I get choked up to the point that hell, it's hard to get through it because by the end of by the end of the poem, then I'm in tears or whatever. But anyway, that one was called "Be My Soldier." Um, I come from a place where the flowers don't bloom, where the grass don't grow, and we drunk by noon. We grown accustomed to them ghetto days, them glory ways. It's so poetic that you feel what the stories say. How could you not feel what I feel as I paint a vivid picture of my life unveiled? This is so real. Put yourself in my shoes. Hear your mother sing the blues while astounded by the news. We paid dues. I put my soul in these poems, and I spit it for the babies when I told you these poems. You see them babies on the corner block that's folding their arms. The ghetto's like a university, and we sold to these dorms. I ain't trying to say you hearsay. I'm gonna tell you what I know. That's a 10-year-old baby about to sell you that blow. And he come from a place where the nights ain't calm. And them little niggas feel they got a right to bear arms. You can ring the alarm, but the folk never come and the smoke never clears like Cheech and Chong. They keep yelling that everything gonna be all right. How the hell that lie you tell? We need some equal rights. We live below the poverty line, sitting back writing robbery rhymes, yelling, Mama, I want to be a gangster, but them thoughts ain't hard in mine. And them people in high places, so that things is gonna change. This is not the color purple, but it's gonna rain on your brain. So I invest my time like I'm getting a tax return, because they ain't teaching shit up in them classes where we learn. But I'm sick of hearing the lies of a man to speak with a false tongue being taught from a book that leaves us mentally strong as we sell our soul just to hold On some ice, it's not cold, but it's stole. Somebody say stolen, but Glocks we still holding. So how I pronounce a word on me, the goddamn thing, when we still losing. What we need to do is an operation, get the hell up out of Iraq. A nation with no backbone, too afraid to fight back. While the masses of the people are just happy to be eaten, but why I just eat when the devil and his family feast and offer the flesh of my people and the weight of our burdens. We cry loud from the ghettos because we're obviously hurting. Why do we love the devil? Because the devil gives us nothing. I guess all them revolutionary freedom fighters were just bluffing because we ain't doing shit of what they said that we do. But I killed that little nigga if he wear red and not blue. Mama said, hold on, baby, but I'm losing my grip. I'm fall over the edge with a nine and a fresh clip. See, I live on the other side of town where they sit back plotting how to be down. Yelling, mama, I want to be a dope boy, but the feds is in town. And I already got 2 strikes against me. If I get the third, then I'm gone. I get caged up in a place where I never see home. But I fight with my conscience because I know it ain't right. But dope things fulfill dreams when they geeked up at night. I got an angel on my shoulder and a devil on my back. I'm on my knees with these prayers, hoping God will hear that. I got an angel on my shoulder and a devil on my back. I got God in my life, so I ain't worried about that. Peace to the gods. That's a real old piece. See what else we gonna go to. If you hadn't got my book, it's called She, a Revolutionary Love Poem. You can get it at on bookbaby.com. Just type in Jabir Rasool. That's JBIRRASOOL. Said the title of the book is She, a Revolutionary Love Poem. It was also edited by my co-founder, Wendy Jones. So she edited the book. So you'll find a lot of good material in there. And I'm actually working on the second chapter of that book, or the special edition of that particular book. So before I move forward with this next poem, I will share something though. So I'm kind of like starting over from scratch now with the writings because my truck got broken into. I was in Atlanta to cater. Matter of fact, it's when I went to cater the event for Diddy, I pulled up to the chef's, not the chef store, but Restaurant Depot in Atlanta, and I was in there for probably about an hour. And when I came back out, my windows were busted out of my truck, and a lot of things got taken. My laptop was in there. Still haven't replaced it yet, but a lot of new poems and everything that I started for the second, phase of this book were on that laptop, and I had not yet backed them up to a OneDrive or a cloud or anything like that. So I lost a lot of music, lost a lot of poetry, and stuff like that. So I'm pretty much starting over from scratch and from what I kind of remember, which also forces me to get back into a method that I used, in my earlier days, as far as just writing in my head and then like typing it all out. I write in my head, the memory's already there. I remember the pieces, the poems, and everything, but I ain't gonna say I got lazy. I just changed the way I do things, and I started putting everything into my laptop. Trusted my laptop. Never expected someone to steal it from me. So yeah, somebody has a laptop with a whole lot of new poetry and songs and things on it. So, but anyway, the book is coming. She, a Revolutionary Love Poem. So like I said, it's like a bonus edition, special edition, whatnot, and everything. So it's coming. Let's see. Let it twist. Let it lock. Let it be as it was when I was born. Let it grow in rows that some people call corn. It's my nappiness. And I'm happy with my nappiness. Let it lock up and knot up till I can no longer get a comb through it. I'm so proud of my heritage that I won't write a song to it. Some of y'all are ashamed of the fact that the roots of our hair lock like Wells Fargo and can't be broken in. Man, look at the power within yourself. Get a grip on life and control your health. You're beautiful people. You don't have to look like other folks to feel like you equal. While you're busy bleaching and perming your hair trying to look like them, they want to look like you. Sister, you just don't understand the voodoo that you do. I'm not only talking about the hair on your head, but the sway in your hips, the natural glistening of your lips. No matter your frame size, there's thickness to your thighs, from your high cheekbones to the color of your eyes. I'm in love with my nappiness. Nappiness is me, which is we, and we stand to be nappy till eternity. Don't be ashamed of your frame or the size of your hips. Let your afro grow till it causes an eclipse. Let your pick get stuck because you can no longer pull it up. Don't be coming out of your clothes, baby. Let me help you pull them up. We understand that your body can't be defined by the word fine, but it's much more beautiful when you show me your mind. Although the way your body's designed make me want to go back in time and find what you have in your ancestry line. I guess you rocking God's body because you look blessed in that dress. And I completely fell in love with the fullness of your breast. I must confess to be in love with nappy you because I love all the nappy things that you do because what you do make me feel good. Be proud of your nappiness. Bathe in your nappiness. Don't let nobody take that away. And have a very, very happy nappy day. Peace to the God. Mm. Anybody got any more questions or anything before I'm gonna do one more poem and that's gonna be my set, whatnot. LJ said, yeah, my last little um spoken word performance is bittersweet, but I have yeah, you got nappy ways, bro. But I'm it's just so many things that I'm doing, man. I got my hands in so much right now. Like LJ said, I am a full-time um, chef. I work for nobody but me, so everything is on me as far as being a chef and stuff like that. So a lot of weddings, a lot of catering, a lot of events that my bread and butter. Um, it those things are taking place. Peace, son. Peace, God. You good? You sure? All right. Um, so those things kind of take precedence right now because that's how I feed and support my family with catering and being a private chef. I come into your home, cook a meal for you and your significant other, and I promise that it'll be the best. So one of the best meals of your life, or out and about doing weddings or banquets or gatherings for churches and stuff like that. So that's the reason why it's like me falling all the way back. And to be honest, I'm when it come down to spoken word and stuff, not my love for it now, but as far as the performance and things of that nature, I'm tired. I've been performing spoken word for over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's time for me to like sit back and just help to raise the youth and make them a part of something that's bigger than themselves and stuff like that. So um, that's just what it is. Uh, you mentioned being stationed at Fort Hood. How much influence have your military career had on your art? When I went to Fort Hood, um, it actually has it's had a lot because um, I I met one of the most beautiful human beings, one of the most beautiful men you probably ever want to meet in your life. I call him a mentor and much more. Baba Tunde. Baba Tunde had a bookstore in Killeen, Texas, called Under One Roof African American Bookstore, and that bookstore was the hub for a lot of things. Your five percenters met there. Your Nation of Islam met there. Your Kappa, your sororities group, your your Masons met there. He had paraphernalia in that bookstore for a whole lot of things and people, right? So it wasn't just a bookstore; it was an institution because it was a lot of things that came out of Under One Roof African American Bookstore, um, including, and when I say as far as um, just my poetry is concerned, it birthed a certain style and mannerism um, that I have. So I'm giving credit to the military, right? Because had not it been for the military, I would not have been in Killeen, Texas, and met the people that I met um, in Killeen, which, like I said, helped kind of grow me and birth me into something that I wasn't when I got there. Because when I joined the military, I came from I didn't have it all together. You know what I'm saying? I had been through the whole thing with music, and uh, I walked away, didn't want to do any more music or nothing like that. Best friend had just, you know what I'm saying, got murdered. We was just out in the streets. We was on the block. We was doing them things that uh wanted that life, you know, that thing, you know. So when he got murdered and whatnot, it was like, okay, it's time to get the hell out. You know, no, we ain't doing this. Uh, not Brenda's son. We ain't doing this. You know, not my mom's son. So I got out of there, joined the military, and it, you know, what I'm saying, it sent me there, and the military helped me become the poet that I am today because it allowed me to meet the people that I met in that institution under one roof, African American bookstore. We got more questions.
Nope.
Awesome.
You're good. That was the last. I think that was the last question, but she did comment with some hearts.
I didn't. I can't see who it is.
It's her name's Aaron. It's her name's Aaron.
Okay,
She's a big supporter of the arts here.
indeed. I can dig it. I can dig it. Let me see what this last poem is going to be. And let's see. This poem right here is dedicated to Chicago. You know, a lot of hype about Chicago and the murders in Chicago and things of that nature. And um, don't let nobody fool you. Those murders and the whole gang situation has been happening, going on in Chicago. It's nothing new. I know throughout the past 2 summers, well, you know, the murder rate in Chicago has been at an all-time high, and well, they gave you that mess to take your eye and your attention off of something else that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So they decided to hype the murders and things up in Chicago. No different, no worse than LA. No different, no worse than Detroit. You know what I'm saying? No different, no worse than any other city that has gang involvements and everything. So this is pretty much say like a gangbanger's conversation with a religious person uh, who was being judged by that religious person, and that's what this particular poem represents. Welcome to the slums, where we find prophets on corner stoops clutching fistful of crack crumbs, and we seek on high. There's a Holy Ghost revival when dope fiends geek on high. This is not blasphemy. This is our lives at a glimpse. Our disciples are gangsters and our pastors are pimps. I heard two dudes arguing what it mean to be Christ-like. Ask that Chicago dude what it mean to be vice-like, and he'll show you his Lord. Steady dreaming of things we can't seem to afford. It's an everyday thing for a young man to sell his soul for the glitter and the gold and them shiny things that roll. Ask that same young man what it mean to be saved. He'll show you a Glock now and 1,000 ways to get paid. See, I was simply pimps, and this poem is it's kind of rough, y'all. So I think I'm gonna kind of digress away from that. It's been a while since I performed it, so let's not do that. Let's not do that poem. Um, and to be honest, I feel like that's it. I've done enough. I really don't have it kind of in my spirit to go further. You know what I'm saying? Um, with the performance and everything.
It's
I
funny
kind
because
of
I was
want
about to look. I was sitting here in the back like he's doing 4 posts. He told me he's gonna do 3.
yeah, yeah, I was trying to slide one in there, but
Oh
it,
no, you
it,
good, brother,
it
brother,
ain't in my
brother.
it ain't in my spirit to make. You know why? And that's what interrupted me because I gave you my word in the beginning. Like, okay, I'm gonna only do three. I tried to sneak that other one in there, and it's like,
Nope. It was like,
mm,
nope, not today.
nope, nope, not today, not today. I'll be back in
So,
about 10 years.
you good, brother. So, third rail, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tonight's conversation, giving people a history of Black on Black Ron, telling everybody about Black on Black Ron Carolina and what we are about to get ready to do as a whole. There's a lot of things in the works. Some stuff he told you, some stuff I have not told y'all. He gonna be finding out himself once we get off this conference. Once we get off the screen. But real quick, third, if you can tell them about where they can purchase your book at again.
You can purchase the book at bookbaby.com. Again,
Did I spell that right? BABY or is it?
yeah,
Okay.
bookbaby.com. That's it. Um, Also, y'all, before I go, LJ and Wendy are the heads, the faces, um, the men and women of the man and the woman of Black on Black Rhyme Carolina moving forward. Um, I'm falling back. I trust this man with everything in me that not only he carries my vision, but he carries Keyboard's vision and move it forward into growing this chapter into what it will become. We're not gonna say can, but what it will become. And like I said, I trust him. I trust Wendy with everything in me that they're gonna do right by the members. Me and LJ got a lot in common when it comes to doing some things. So I know that he's gonna do right by it. And, he gonna make it happen. So brother, I salute you. I appreciate you. Um, Hell, it's an honor. You know what I'm
Honors
saying? That you even accepted. When I just sent you a message and said, yeah. By the way, you and Wendy, y'all heading up Black on Black Rhyme Carolina.
I wasn't gonna
Talk to
tell my
Wendy
story.
about it.
It was funny because I literally put so I can say it. I can say it. 'Cause I tried to cuss on my show. So like literally when you had did it, he was like, I was like the fuck, and I put DAFUQ. I was like, what? Like came out of nowhere. But for everything that it is, I'm honored. And like we've talked about it before offline and with people hearing it now, my vision is to one always come to you for guidance. Definitely go to Wendy for guidance. And my whole purpose is to make sure it literally be what it's supposed to be. And I will do everything in my power to make sure to plant the seeds so it can grow into fruition and be all positive. That's my whole focus, and to do what the mission is stated to do, which is build not only the poetry community but the community as a whole. So,
Oh, brother, listen, I trust that. I trust everything about you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I already know. That's what it is now. So,
but yeah, don't be surprised though if you be getting those late night phone calls like I need help.
well,
I need.
I suppose to get them.
So,
If I'm not getting them, then I think something wrong.
oh yeah, trust me. I'm gonna
You know what
be
I'm
pulling
saying?
your ear. So, but yeah, stay on live real quick, brother. But thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. If you guys did not get a chance to see the link once again, please go to bookbaby.com. Please buy She, a revolutionary love poem by this man, Third Rail. I need to grab me a copy. Because I don't know why I do not have a copy, and I'm being like real. I don't know why I don't have a copy of this book, and I need to go ahead and get a copy.
I thought you
So
had one.
I did too, but I looked at my bookcase before I came to the show because I was going to have it up with me, and I didn't have it, so I know I need
Yeah,
to get
just
one.
remind me to to cuss you out after the camera's off.
That's cool. Cause I'm gonna
But
cuss you out about the shirt.
it's all right. Do I still owe you another shirt?
You do.
Hey, LJ, but you like the chain?
Oh, bruh, I love your chain. I love your chain. I love this. You know what? We ain't about to do this right now. So,
I got 10
everybody.
more. Look, I got about 12 more upstairs. I
I
can bring
know
you
that's
down.
the thing you make. So, all right, you know what? I'm about to get off of this thing real quick. People don't need to see me.
I got a dip too because the kids, just got in. I need to feed the family
Oh,
right quick.
yeah, do what you got to do, bro. Like I said, first
So
off, family first. But thank you
yeah,
so
yeah,
much,
yeah.
Third. We will talk soon. But for everybody that's out there watching, thank y'all so much for tuning into the show. I love y'all. Stay tuned for what we're gonna do next month, and I will see y'all Monday for Art to Heart. So thank you guys so much. I love y'all, and always remember, purpose over popularity. Peace.